Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Butterfly Spirit 314. So today, guys, what I want to do is I want to basically walk you guys through a reading that I just decided to do. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer out here. If people are watching and you guys do readings, and let's say you got your standard way or whatever that you do readings, that's completely fine. My version of a tarot card reading is going to be different, and this tarot card reading applies to specifically to myself, and it applies to someone that I know, so that it's going to have aspects of me and another person that I know. Okay. All right. So basically today I was basically led to draw two cards. This first card is the Strength card. So this beautiful lady here, she is the card of strength. Okay. And then this card here, this is basically, it's not basically, it is. This is the Nine of Swords. Okay. So basically, when I drew these two cards, I have a good understanding about what these mean. Okay, and this is because I've looked them up, and it's also because it applies to how me and someone else in my life currently feels. So right here, we're going to start over here. So this card right here, the Nine of Swords in particular, this card right here, this card is about my loved one, and this person that I know, they are experiencing a high amount of stress right now. They're going through a lot of pain. This could be mental, emotional, spiritual pain, to the point where it's keeping them up at night. Okay. The person did progress. So originally, the person had they had the Nine of Swords originally, but they were able to, I'd say, move past that particular card, and now they still have leftover nightmares as a result of an experience that they encountered. Okay, like I guess you could say like a painful experience they encountered. So now this person is going through a lot of stress and basically say pain, to the point that it's keeping them up at night. Or if it's not keeping them up at night, they're doing a lot of dreaming. So this person is experiencing a lot of nightmares right now. That's what they have going on. Okay. Now here, this card applies to me. So earlier today, I had the experience where basically my level of strength was reversed, because basically I got some bad news, and I was able to remain calm and have strength in that situation. However, as a result of that and everything that was going on with me today, with work and everything else, it caused my level of strength to reverse. Okay. So right now, this is pretty much where I am, where I'm not really on my game of being able to have strength and stuff. And for me, what this means right now, in order for me to get this card to reverse, right, to come back to being, this is basically the card that this card embodies me so hard, like wholeheartedly. This card is me, because in my life, I've gone through a lot of tough situations, and in situations I've been able to have strength. Okay. So having strength for me, it's just one of the themes that are in my life that I have, that that I'm able to withstand a lot, no matter what comes, no matter how challenging. I'm able to still like get through tough experiences regardless of what's going on, and I'm able to adapt and have strength as I move through experiences. Okay. Doesn't mean I don't have times where my strength will reverse, okay, where I don't know what to do, or I'm overwhelmed or whatever. But by and large, this is the card that I find myself really being, which is the Lady of Strength, okay. Now, as for my loved one here and what they're going through a lot of pain, okay. And in them going through a lot of pain, this card, when I drew this last week, and I was surprised I drew it again. One of the good things is that although this is painful, okay, just painful for me to look at and see, the person experiencing and going through this, they can get past this. They actually can, okay? They can. This card for this person has remained upright. It has not reversed or anything like that just yet. However, it can reverse, and I will add a little bit more context as to what this person can do. Okay. Now, my strength is still reversed mostly, and I'm gonna regain my level of strength. Okay, so really, it's supposed to be like this, but for you guys, I like to turn it right side up. But right now, it's reversed. So this is me right now, and this is my loved one, and this is like what we literally have going on right now. Okay. High amount of stress, and basically, I guess the opposite of strength is just, I would say, just being carried and I wouldn't say being carried. I would say basically not exhibiting strength. You know, just being worn out from the situation, as opposed to still maintaining strength for myself right now. So this card will reverse probably by tomorrow. It'll reverse. It'll be it'll go back to being you know, it'll go back this way once I've gotten a chance to get a good rest and, you know, have a little bit of fun. Then it'll go back to being balanced. And there's nothing wrong with them being, you know, upright or reversed or whatever. Okay. So let's move on to the next bit of context here. So we're going to add to the context of this side. So I'm going to move my Lady Strength over here. We're going to move her over here. And we're going to focus on my loved one here, okay? So give me just a second, guys. I'm going to go ahead and grab the another card to give context, okay? All right, here is the context. So here we have the High Priestess. And yes, this is a major arcana for those of you who are into tarot cards a lot. So basically, what I know from my research here about the High Priestess, I'm going to move this card out of the way, and I'm going to bring her forward here. So what I know about the High Priestess here is when it is reversed, it means that the person who this identifies with, it means that this particular person is not listening to their inner voice. They're not listening to their intuition. So currently the person is going through, let's say they're going through a situation where they know what it is that they need to do, okay? But they just find that right now they don't want to listen to the inner voice or intuition because they probably don't feel that it's the right time or that they want to go with the intuition right now. Okay, now this card, sorry, I had to grab my card. So basically, I'm going to move these around. Okay, now let's move the camera back. Okay, so for my loved one who's experiencing this, okay, pain, stress, high amounts of stress, okay, it's to the point it is on their mind all the time, it's keeping them up at night, right? For them, in order for them to be able to reverse this card, okay, in order for them to be able to reverse this card, all right, what has to happen in order for them to work towards resolving their pain? What they have to do is listen to their intuition. Okay, this is not the first time I've seen these two cards. I've seen these two cards last week when I drew them for my loved one, and the fact that these two cards came back up is interesting. However, she was reversed, I believe. So for my loved one to basically be able to start to heal, right? Because when this is when the Nine of Swords is reversed, what this means is this means that this person is working towards healing. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're done experiencing pain, but it means that there is hope, and there's the likelihood that they could start to heal from this pain. Okay, but in order to do that, my loved one has to listen to their intuition. Okay, and that means they have to listen to their inner voice, because they already know what it is that they have to do already. They know. It's just that right now, instead of listening, this is the current situation with them. They're going through that pain, okay? And when this lady, the High Priestess, is reversed, it means that my loved one is not listening. It means that they know what they need to do, and they know what the inner voice is saying. They know what the universe is telling them. But right now, they're choosing not to listen. But all they have to do to start to work towards healing and start to get on the road to feeling better, right? They have to listen to their intuition. And they have to, I would also say, balance their energies, okay? So this would be, I'd say, getting out into, the good weather we have right now. This is also going to be, being able to do things that make them happy, doing things like making themselves laugh. This would be meditating. This would be just things that build up their energy, okay, and bring their energy back to a higher vibration, okay. So once this happens, once my loved one they start to, once they start to listen to their intuition, they can start to reverse this, and they can start to heal, okay. All right, but I'm gonna give a little bit more context. All right, so you guys may say, how is it that my loved one found themselves here? Well, how they found themselves here is because my loved one, like I said, they've been through a lot in life. And because they've been through a lot of battles in their life, meaning they've been through a lot of tough situations, then, just because they've been through a lot of tough times, a lot of hardship in life, it doesn't mean that it's rendered them to the point where they can't continue to fight. In fact, they can continue to fight. And with this card, this means that although my loved one is experiencing, going through a tremendous amount of hardship in life, okay, they're still able to fight. They still have the will to move on. They're still able to continue and to progress. They're still able to do that, even though my loved one has been, still carries things with them from their past battles and hardship. They still have the will to move forward. They still do, right? And it makes sense as to why my loved one would have, nightmares and things like that, and, pain and, heartache and those, hard emotions, okay, those more darker emotions, because they've been through so much in life. And so it's easy, if they've been through a lot here, right? It's no wonder that they are experiencing a lot here, okay? And what can help is to follow their inner voice, to follow their intuition, so that they can be able to so they can, continue to move forward in life, and, they can continue, okay? And like I said, it's easy for people to look at these cards and say, oh, well, you know, wow, but they still have, this person, for some people, they may look at this person and say, well, this person, they just have too much going on. But with this card, my loved ones there's still hope. In this card, it just means that they've been through a lot, but they can heal. Okay, that's what that means. So yes, my loved one still has toughness of, in pain they have, but if they listen to their inner voice, they will be okay, and they will be able to get through this. And the inner voice is going to guide them in the right direction. It's going to guide them to what it is that they need to heal, to feel better, to be happy, and more. Okay. Let me see if there's a little bit more context here. Yes, actually there is. Give me just a second. All right, guys. So you might be asking, so what's going to help my loved one? Well, what's going to help here is this. Okay. So originally when I pulled this card last week, it was for myself. And what this card was about was telling me to have patience. Okay. To not rush anything, to just kind of wait and just see what happens. And that's when this was reversed. And this tarot card's name is actually the Eight of Wands. I call it the Eight of Sticks. So when it's reversed, it means that patience is needed. Okay. But today it was right side up. What does that mean? It means change. It means excitement. And what does this mean in respect to my loved ones cards? Well, what this means when we take a look at them here, it actually means that this is actually about change here. Okay? And this is a good sign to see this upright, because it means that, excitement, change, that's positive energy. There's positive energy that is coming. That's what that means. Okay? For my loved one who's going through a lot right now. Okay? And it doesn't mean I'm not going through a lot, but it means my loved one, they have a lot more that they're going through. But the good thing is change is coming. Positive energy is coming for them. So that's the good thing. Okay? And how exactly does that happen, and how is it that I tie into their cards, right? Because there were cards for me and there were cards for them. So I'm going to add in what my cards are here. So we remember, we'll move this over here. We remember that for me, we had Lady Strength reversed, okay? And normally I told you guys that I would have strength upright, meaning that I have a good balance. I can go through the tough waters of life and get through them, regardless of what's going on. But for me today, I just had everything coming at me to the point that, well, it was just a lot, okay, to the point where it reversed. But, once I get a good night's sleep, get me something to eat, because I didn't eat dinner yet. Once I get me something to eat, have me a good laugh, just chill out, then for me, my level of strength is going to move forward, right? And regardless of what comes at me, I will be able to move through it. And I love this because I think this lady she's so feminine, she's so elegant with how she carries herself. And I just think, I hope I can just exemplify everything in this card. Her sense of femininity, her sense of grace, her sense of, being able to handle the tough situations easily, and, you know, still keep her grace, love, femininity, balance, you know, her connection to nature, so much more. It's just, everything in this card is just something that I hoped I'd to exemplify and have, so much so that I actually have this as the background of my phone, because I'm trying to live up to this and live up to this lady's message here in this card. And that's the message this is the message I get from it in particular. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move lady over. Let me go ahead and gather the other cards here. All right, so for me, another card that showed up for me is this card. So this is the Three of Pentacles. So this card is about building, okay? And how this happens is this card is about building towards a goal. So as you see, the guys in this card, there's a young man and he's working on building a building. So he's supposed to be building a cathedral, and there's two I believe two men that are experts that come over, who are, you know, have more wisdom, and they come over and they talk to the young man. And basically this card is about, it's about me getting support and learning to build skill, okay, and build something. And the way that I'll be able to build the skill is I'll be able to, you know, get the insight and knowledge from people who are, you know, wiser than I am, who have more wisdom, who have more expertise towards what it is that I'm trying to do, okay? And that is in addition to Lady Strength, but I'm also going to show you the other card that I got. The next card I got was this one. This is the Star. So this is a beautiful card. This card is a card specifically, it's about abundance. It is about having all that you need from the universe. So for me, what this means is that I am going in line with the universe, and it means that I have the basically I have the opportunities to be able to move forward in my life, and I have an abundance of those things in my life right now. And you might say, well, how does this help in particular? How does this help my loved one? How do my cards add up with theirs? Well, let's add them in, and I'll add them in the order, because this is not the first time I've seen these cards. It's not the first time I've seen them, okay? It's not. So I'm going to put them in order. All right, so I got all the cards here, okay? So I got Lady Strength. I got the Star, the Three of Pentacles. Let me angle this better. Sorry. All right. Okay, I'm trying to angle this. There we go. Okay, well, you can see it enough. Okay, so let me push this. Oh, well, screw it. I'm trying to angle the light source. Whatever. All right, so how is this? Hang on just a second. All right, so how exactly is my loved one's situation going to change from them experience, you know, having gone through a lot, experiencing a high amount of pain, right? How is that going to change for them, right? Because this is a card of change, right? Well, how this happens is that my loved one, what they need to do is listen to their inner voice. And what that's going to do is that's going to help to reverse this situation. Means that this is going to allow my loved one to start to heal. It doesn't mean my loved one is not going to have gone through a lot of triumph in their life and tough situations. It just means that they have hope, and they can move in a more positive way. It doesn't mean that they haven't been trying, but it means that they can start to heal. Because in this card, this means that although my loved one's been through a lot, there's still hope. Okay. All right. And in order for all this to get set in motion, right, he has to listen to his intuition. Okay. Now, after listening to his intuition, he's still going to have gone through a lot and things, but he can still continue, still move forward. And he's moving forward now, but it just means that he's going to be able to, it just means he's going to be able to get on a path to healing. It may not happen overnight, but it may take some time. But he'll still be able to fight hard. He'll still be able to make progress and do more of what he wants to do. Okay? Tarot cards do tell a story. They do tell they do talk about a situation, and I'm learning that they are very deep, right? So how do my cards, Strength, the Star, the Three of Pentacles, how is that going to cause change between all of these cards and help my loved one? Okay, well, how that happens is that there is the combining of forces. There is an alliance. Okay, because this is how change comes. And this card is not only about change, it's about excitement. It's about change. It's about a positive, direction, growth, right? And so for my loved one, change is going to come when there is an alliance between their cards, right? And then my cards here, okay? And how will these add? Well, for my loved one, right, with all that they've been through in life, right, and what they're currently going through, they really need to have support. And that comes from them having someone in their life that has strength, that is able to weather their storms of what they're going through with the high amount of toughness that they're going through, right? So they need someone with strength, okay? They also need someone who is going to have that pure and innocent connection towards, that is falling in line with the universe, that is able to guide them and to help them with moving towards creating and having experiences and having the happiness and positiveness that they want, right? And then another thing that my loved one will benefit from is they will be able to help with building. So they will be able to help towards building something bigger, something greater. And what happens here is that this energy here combines with this energy here, and guess what? It creates change, it creates excitement, it creates happiness, it creates so much, it creates good, right? And it doesn't mean my loved one isn't good. It doesn't mean they're not trying everything they know, to do, right? It just means that they're having a tough time. But one of the things that my loved one can do that can start to get them on the path to healing is to listen to their inner voice. Even if it might seem, tough to hear, once they start to listen to their inner voice, they can start to heal from this. They're still going to have wounds and they're still going to be moving through life, but they can still benefit. They can still benefit because they have my support here that I can provide to them, which can help both of us to create change, which is going to help the both of us. So I wanted to thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to zoom in on these cards again, just for you to see all of these, because they are really cool. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you guys. And for my loved one who watched this all the way through, I appreciate you. And I'm just surprised about this as you are. However, I think that Things are going to be okay. So just, you know, don't give up. Keep going. You got this. All right. You got my support, as you can see here. And things will get better. Thanks for watching.